So I just got home from my first viewing of the Sonic movie 3, and I just had so much thoughts about it. So I was like, you know what? Let's do a video. Why not, right? I'm going to go see it again tomorrow for my second viewing at night with my dad. I have a lot of thoughts. So, like, originally when the movie finished, I was like, holy shit, this is peak. Oh my God, this is the greatest film of all time because of just how good that ending was. I'm not going to be spoiling anything here. But that was like the last 45 minutes. The 45 minutes literally is peak fiction. The way they did everything from animation to the acting to the countdown to the stress was perfect. And the reveal, right? Like, please stay at the end of the credits. Please stay. And you're going to be so beyond satisfied and happy. But now I really wanted to talk about, like, the reviews and just people being like, yeah, it actually is peak fiction and stuff, because it's not. You guys know me as one of the biggest Sonic fans in the world, but you also know me for, I guess, being very honest in a way where, like, I studied film and it's very hard for me to see films in a certain way to just enjoy it, because it's like, I did study stuff, so I saw some things, and because of that, I'll never see film in a certain way ever again. And I'm probably going to get eaten alive in the comic section, and that's fine. Woohoo. But the Sonic movie 3 was not that good. It was not peak fiction. It was not this mind-blowing film that everybody was hyping it up to be, and maybe I overhyped it. I don't know, but I definitely don't think it's what other content creators are saying and that people are saying. Like, I think, my personal opinion, it was very rushed. I think the plot was all over the place. I think it was, from the beginning of the movie, there's no really, like, consistency in what the fuck is going on. I find it jumps from scene to scene so crazy. I think the humor is really, like, Sonic Colors humor. And I am, like, I respect Jim Carrey for the kind of, like, legacy and legend this guy is, but it really missed this time for me. Personally, I did not laugh at one Jim Carrey moment. It just wasn't funny. I hated Gerald. I think Gerald being there was the most pointless thing in Sonic movie, and just even maybe in the franchise history. I think he shouldn't have been there. I think it kind of messed up a lot of the flow of the movie, and it really did feel like the first hour and 10 minutes was like a waste of time. Not in the sense of, like, it's not a good time, because I had a good time. Like, the entire movie, I had a good time. I laughed at some stuff here and there. Never with the Jim Carrey stuff, but there was few jokes that Tom says or whatever. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. Knuckles is my favorite character of the Sonic movie 3. And Shadow, obviously. Knuckles has this actual, like, character development, and the way he starts from the beginning of the film to the end, I really did enjoy that very much. He's very true to his character. On the other hand, Sonic is my least favorite character. And you guys know, like, I'm the Sonic chick, but, like, I hated Sonic this time. I really did. I feel he was completely out of character. I think, obviously, he's aging and going through different levels of character development, but it doesn't feel like he actually learns anything. And when he does, it's very quick. And it feels very rushed. Like, the whole movie really felt like that for me personally. It feels like they tried to cram so much in an hour and 15 minutes, and it just didn't feel right. It felt very too slow, but then too quick. And then there's just these, like, horrible jokes that are just fillers in between. And you'll see what I mean when you see the movie. And for those who have seen it, you could comment below and tell me if you agree or not. But there's literal certain moments where the acting is just so bad. Certain, parting scenes of really, like, moments that should be very serious, and it's like, what just happened kind of thing. It's a kids movie. Let's put that out there. It's a kids movie. Like, at the end of the day, you are going to see a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It's a kids movie. But this kids movie is very over exaggerated. in terms of its acting and the plot. It feels like the plot, like I kept seeing online, people were like, oh man, the plot is just so much better than the second one. I don't agree at all. I think the second one was a really great redefined plot and followed with a lot of structure, but I think this third one was just all over the place up until the midpoint. It was very hard to follow for me. I don't know. I just had to vent about that. Knuckles, like I said, my favorite character in that movie with Shadow. I want to talk about Keanu Reeves because I do think that this is the greatest Shadow we've ever had. And I'm talking even compared to the first Shadow from Sonic Adventure 2. Like, this is Shadow. I think Keanu should just be Shadow. I think that he did a phenomenal job. The references he did, the lines he said, just his story, the pain you feel with Shadow, just you can tell how much work went into this character. I think that all of Shadow's scenes is what carried the film for me personally. I think like I would have legitimately given this movie like a 4 to a 6 out of 10 if it weren't for Shadow, because Shadow carries it to the 10 out of 10 for me, which is really weird to say as much as I'm complaining about the movie right now. But he really does. It goes from a 4, 5, 6 to a 10 whenever you see Shadow. You genuinely fall in love with this character, and he just blew my mind. Keanu did a fantastic job, but Shadow, the character, was really true to himself. It was just exactly what Shadow should be, more than Sonic has ever been himself in the movies, and even more than Knuckles, more than whatever. Tails is Tails. Tails is just fucking there. I'm telling you now, for all you Tails fans, I'm sorry, but Tails is just fucking there. He's a genius kid. He comes in when he needs to, but even when he has to save the day, he fucks up. Okay, that's just fucking Tails. I've never felt sorry for Tails once. But Shadow, I really just was like, oh my God, like that was peaks. Like, when people are tweeting about peak cinema and peak fiction, it's the Shadow scenes, okay? Every Shadow scene in this movie is perfect. Absolutely. And then every time it was back to Sonic, I was so disappointed. Every single time. It never, until that midpoint, right? Again, up until that midpoint, it's not great. The acting, animation is perfect. Animation throughout the entire film, really, really well done. The only times there's a little bit of a hiccup that I would notice is whenever someone would fall on their, let's say arm, they would hurt their, let's say someone falls on their back, they would break an arm. Or they would get hit in the face, but they're hurting their stomach. And it's pay attention to that when you go see it. I literally was I don't get it. But the fur texture, the eyelids, even underneath here, everything was just so beautiful. The budget definitely raised. The action, the fighting scenes, guys, there's a lot of action in this movie. From the beginning of the movie till the very end, it's very action oriented. Then, okay, Kels, why is it then so slow? In the beginning of the movie, what happens? You're going to see what I mean. And for those who have seen it, you can comment below. Of course, don't say any spoilers. But from the beginning to the middle point, it's slow because of no plot. The story is so bad. And a lot of it is filled with this Eggman and Dr. Gerald Robotnik relationship that just doesn't fucking work. And when you get to the end of the movie, you'll see that entire beginning of the film was basically a waste of time. You'll see what I mean. But that's how I felt. I just was very disappointed in the beginning. I remember so vividly sitting there for the first maybe 30 to 40 minutes, and I was getting to the hour mark. I'm going, shit, I'm not enjoying myself. Maybe not enjoying myself is the wrong word, because I was laughing and having a good time. I'm watching fucking Sonic 3, you know? But I wasn't as passionate and as enthusiastic as I wanted to be. And I was feeling slight disappointment for sure. And what's going on? A little bit confused, a little bit maybe betrayed in a way in certain lore aspects of Sonic. And definitely lost within Sonic's character. I didn't like the jokes coming out of that damn Hedgehog's mouth. He felt really dumb. He was very cocky this time. He never said thank you. Tails, bro, had his back at least 3 times this movie, and I'm going to go see it again tomorrow and make sure I have the right number. But Tails had his back so many times, and not even a thank you to his friends. I just Sonic just felt very out of character. And I know that's not the acting fault. It's the writing. Something happened with Sonic's writing this time, and I'm not very happy with it. So I would love to see that redefined for Sonic 4 since that was confirmed. But yeah, I was not happy with Sonic. It made me very, very like turned off by him. But everyone else, very true to their character, very well done, which obviously instead of besides Eggman and Gerald, like I think that was a complete waste of time. Heck, even Agent Stone was better, bro. I am a big Agent Stone fan now. I think Agent Stone didn't get as much love and as much character development as here in Sonic 3. He matters so damn much, guys. I love him. I think his writing was great. He was the true human being that mattered in this movie. So, yeah, I think you guys are going to love him and where he stands, especially his little moment he gets. What else do I want to really talk about? I mean, the ending, all I'm going to say is just like, wow. Wow. Like I'm telling you, if it weren't for Shadow and this last 45 minutes, it would be probably a really big disappointing movie. I'm going to be honest with you. Luckily, that wasn't the case because that ending, 45 minutes left, ramps up and fixes everything. It's so weird. It's as if an entire different team came on the movie for the first half and then the second half was like resumed by the original team or something. It's really weird. It feels like two separate movies. But in any case, it fixed everything. It was truly a 15 out of 10, 10 out of 10. It fixed Sonic's character. Everything was just better by the end. It was like, okay, all my complaints are gone. So all of a sudden I was like, yo, I'm leaving the theater feeling like it was a 10 out of 10. But then I really thought about everything. So I was like, I need to like vent and talk about this really quick. So I won't spoil anything, but stay for the last two ending credits. The first one specifically is huge. Big reveal. You're going to blow your shit. If you have a paper bag with you, bring it in. I ended up throwing my phone across the theater and I lost my phone under the seat on a pile of Coke, the drink Coke. And it was very sticky. Wow, what a reveal. Best reveal. I think it just makes sense. And when you see it, I think it's going to make sense for you too. I think for everybody who has paid attention very much so to the early 90s Sonics and also the Archie comics of the late 90s, this is going to make a lot of fucking sense, especially the way the movie does end off. So just stay there. I lost my voice. The whole theater, this is a full packed theater, by the way, empty, like not one empty seat, but everybody really, when this movie ended, clapped. And I was in almost tears of just how beautiful the movie did end and how I can see already the fourth one being developed with the way this ended so perfectly. So I just want to say like, wow, like everyone started clapping. I joined. It wasn't me starting it for once, like I heard people clapping and then I joined in and then, and then when that reveal happened, man, tons of screams, eruptions. And I was very pleased with that reveal. So that's my thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm going to go see it again tomorrow. Maybe I'll have even more thoughts there. But if I do, maybe I'll make a follow-up. But this is my spoil-free review in a way and just thoughts. I did the same thing for the Mario movie when it came out. So I thought I would do this for the Sonic one. No edits, no nothing. Just me posting this as soon as I got home. Hope it recorded well. But thanks for watching. I have a big rebrand launch coming to the channel soon. Everything's going to be changed. Colors, thoughts, types of content. I'm live on twitch.tv/SuperGirlKels every daily if you want to come and hang out with us for a lot of Sonic mod fan games and challenges we do across the Sonic community as a pro gamer who competed in multiple games such as Smash Brothers as one of the best Sonics. And I'm a completionist who tries to complete our backlog of over 400 games. So join my journey and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.